Ayun. Yo, kamusta? Si Floyd na ng Aspect Technology. Tsaka yun, start ulit tayo ng bagong project, personal project to. So, tatawagin natin yung Smart House. I think yung project natin. So, ganito ako mag-design ng mga system natin or paano mag-design ng yung tama para hindi tayo magkamali ng pagbili ng parts, mga maiwasan natin yung mga error. Una muna is nililista natin or chinecheck natin yung ano yung mga kailangan dun sa project na yon. Tapos, gagawa tayo ng basic system architecture. And after that, mag-analyze tayo ano yung mga gagamitin natin with, I think, proper yung voltage niya, yung current. So, like for example, ito, smart house. Ano ba binubuo ng smart house ko? So, features muna yung kailangan natin ilagay. So, like for example, so una is solar lang muna to. So, next thing smart control. So, first is solar. So, energy management. Pwede natin ilagay solar or energy management na lang. So, energy. So, yan. Energy management. Yan. So, we have energy management. That's included controls and ano. So, surround sensor or surrounding management. Okay. Surrounding. So, hindi ko alam yung spelling. Management. Ayan. Surrounding management. So, we have dalawa lang muna for now. Pero, ito kasi, binubuo yan ng uh, maraming parts. So, dito sa energy management, we have solar, of course. So, dito natin ilagay. So, we have solar. Ayan. Then, of course, battery. Yeah. And add na this is a voltage sensor natin. Yan. Then, current sensor. Yan. Microcontroller, of course. So, we have microcontroller yan. Yeah. So, yan. So, after that, na ano na natin yung sa energy management system natin, then sa surround management system natin. Surrounding, like temperature, humidity, pressure, I don't know. So, yun. And then, we have also dito sa temp, yan. Kailangan temp sensing natin or sensor. Then, humid. Yan. So, yan lang muna for now for surrounding. Pero pwede pa natin ilagyan ng integration yan. So, next. So, after that, gawa tayo ng konting sketch or architecture niya regarding sa energy management system natin. So, para hindi lang kayo maligaw at yan. So, we have solar. Yan. And we have the battery. So, yan. And of course, distribution sa load. But anyway, bago natin puntahan yon, kailangan mo natin ayusin to. So, yan. Papunta siya dito sa battery, of course. So, okay lang kahit pangit yung initial na ano niya, na sketch niya. So, yan. I think arrow na lang to. So, add natin ng arrow. So, insert natin arrow. So, di kailangan maganda regarding dito kasi initial sketch to or initial plan kung ano yung gagawin nyo. Okay. So, now, dito, ite-take account na natin yung mga voltage natin tsaka yung mga current natin. So, we have dito, ang current na, ang solar natin is I think available na yung solar ko kaya i-base ko na lang siya sa solar. So, I have solar na I think 60 watts. Hindi ako nagkakamali. And at 28 volts maximum. Of course. 28 volts. Yan. So, yun. I-decide natin yung system natin na 12 volts. So, dapat yung battery natin is, yeah, it's 12 volts. Okay. So, now, I have a LiPo4 battery. Okay. So, meron akong LiPo4 battery na 16 pieces. Okay. So, we have LiPo4 battery. Ang medyo malaki yun ha. 15 amps yung isa ng battery. So, meron akong 16 pieces na gano'n. So, bala ko siyang ilagay dyan. So, we have uh, 3.6 volts. That's the maximum charge ng LiPo4 battery at 15 amps. Okay? And 16 pieces. So, yan. So, yan. So, now, conduct tayo ng basic calculation regarding dito para malaman natin kung ilan yun. Ano. So, dito, of course, 28 volts. Yan. So, i-calculate natin yung current dito para alam natin yung nagpo-flow na current para makapag-decide tayo kung ano yung sensor na gagamitin natin. So, kung ilang amps yung ano, 'di ba meron tayong EMS na sensor na I think meron 5 amps, 10 amps, mga ganun. So, ang basic formula is power divided by voltage. For current, I is equals to power divided by voltage. And we have 60 divided by 28. Yan, is equals to, pull out natin yung calculator natin. Yan, open natin. Hindi kailangan scientific na calculator. Basic lang naman to. 60 divided by 28. And it's give you a maximum na 2. Pagpalagay natin na 2.2 amps. So now, alam natin na nagpo-flow, na maximum current na nagpo-flow dito is 2. So, ibig sabihin nun, kung hindi tayo mag-upgrade, is not upgradable yung solar natin. So, pwede natin maglagay dyan ng sensor na, current sensor na 5 amps. O gusto mo upgradable, then lagyan natin ng 10 amps. Of course, kailangan din yan ng voltage sensor. Tama. Para ma-check natin kung yung pumapasok sa kanya is ilang volts ba at saka ilang amps. So, makakalculate niya yung pumapasok na energy with voltage and current. So, power is equals to voltage times current. Alright? So, now, so 28 volts. So, yung voltage sensor natin na available sa market ngayon is 25 volts. So, no choice tayo kundi gagawa tayo ng voltage divider. Okay? So, voltage divider na for 28 volts. So, yan. So, yan yung ating for voltage sensor. Okay? Going yun papunta sa solar. So, ngayon, makakalculate na natin kung ilang amps kung ilang power yung nakokollect ng solar natin using microcontroller. Like for example. And sa load naman natin, of course, kailangan natin i-detect yung current na palabas at voltage na palabas, kung ilang volts yung lumalabas sa kanya. So, para matrack natin kung ilang volts yung nilalabas niya. So, para magkaroon tayo ng management system, madidistribute niya ng maayos yung ating energy. Like for example, nakakollect siyang ganito. So, sa itong sa kwarto na to, wala masyadong tao dito. So, matatrattle ko yung ilaw doon, yung kung ilang energy lang yung pwede kong ilagay doon. So, pwede kong patayin muna to. Ipa-priority ko yung living room kasi dito lagi yung maraming tao. So, para magkaroon ng balance from input energy to the output energy. So, pwede yon. So, dito is, of course, we design 12 volts. Okay? So, basically, yung voltage sensor is kaya. Hindi na natin kailangan ng voltage divider kasi kahit bumili na tayo ng voltage sensor dito. So, we have voltage sensor. Yan. Tapos, current sensor. So, since 15 amps, yan, 15 amps. So, I think, bibili tayo ng 20 amps na current sensor. Okay, 20A. Yan. Okay? So, ayokong i-stress yung system ko. Like, for example, 15 amps. Pagpalagay natin na 60 amps nga lang. Kaso, 15 amps times, i-calculate natin. So, 15. So, So, yeah. Pagpalagay ng 15 amps times 12 volts is giving you 180 watts of power. So, pwede pa naman natin yon na, na 20 amps. So, pag 20 amps kasi, sagad na yung current sensor natin. So, I think 50 na lang. Pwede. Sige, 50 natin. So, pagpalagay natin na 50 amps na lang yung lalagay natin dyan. So, 50 amps times 12 is I think 600 watts. Okay? So 600 watts yung possible na kaya niya. So of course, hindi natin kailangan 600 watts. Itatrattle para natin yun. Like for example, maglalagay ako ng limit na hanggang 400 watts lang yung nilalabas niya na power. So, pag na-detect yun ng system natin na okay, 300, 400 na siya, automatic, mag-choose siya, i-shutdown niya yung part na to para hindi ganun makapaglabas ng ganun ka-energy. Like for example, bukas na lahat yung ilaw. Okay? So, kung ang total nun is, like for example, 50 watts lang, well, it's fine. Sabi ng system natin, that's fine. 50 watts lang naman yun eh. Alright? Kayang-kaya yun ng system natin i-handle. Ngayon, tumaas ng 400. Ngayon, yung system natin ngayon, magkakaroon ng red flag sa program natin, okay, 400 na to. So, kailangan ko na siya, maghahanap na siya ngayon, CR, electric fan, 'di ba? Yung ilaw sa kwarto, ilaw sa living room. So, checkin na nga ngayon. So, alin ba dito sa system natin yung less priority? Alright? So, ngayon, may kita natin na, okay, CR, patayin natin to, since walang tao. So, ibig sabihin nun, dapat, each each room na minamanage ng AI natin, dapat yung AI natin hindi blind. Makikita niyo yung tao doon. So, lalagyan natin yun ng radar sensor na pan-detect ng human. Kung walang taong gumagalaw doon, automatic papatayin natin yung ilaw doon. But, pag pinatay natin yung ilaw, tapos gumalaw yung tao, ibig sabihin may tao doon, automatic bubuksan niya yun. At tapos maghahanap siya ulit ng ibang pwedeng i-balance yung input-output power natin or energy natin. Or we call it energy management system natin. Alright? So now, so we have voltage sensor, both input-output. Ano ba kailangan natin dito? So, I think na kailangan natin sa input side of energy is buck converter. Okay? So, from 28 volts, kailangan i-down niya yun into 12 volt system natin. Kasi 12 volts yung gusto natin. So, lagyan natin dito ng ayan. CC, ibig sabihin, constant voltage, CC, and CB. Constant voltage, constant current, step down. Okay? Yan. So, para na-adjust natin yung current, pero I think, pwede natin i-adjust yung current natin para hindi ako gagamit ng PPT na solar charger. So, gusto ko kasi medyo bare metal talaga siya, electronically talaga siya. So, I use buck converter. Alright? Pero pwede ka naman kayong gumamit ng PPT na maximum point tracking. Maximum point tracking. So, yun. So, we have buck converter. So, ngayon, i-calculate natin. So, we have 16 pieces. Ilang energy ba to? Okay, so we have that. So, power, to calculate power, voltage times current. So, we have voltage, maximum voltage charge, and we have current, maximum current draw ng ating lithium-ion LiPo4 battery natin. So, we have 6.6 volts times 15 amps is equals to 45 watts. 16 pieces yun. So, times 16 pieces siya. Okay. So, we have 864 wattage. Yung kaya ilalabas ng ating battery. Actually, that's 864 watts per hour na yan. Okay? So, kung may load tayo na 800, so kaya niyang suportahan yun within the hour. If the calculation is correct, yun yung ideal natin. Pero of course, it's depend on efficiency ng ating battery. For example, 98. So, multiply by 98.98, yun na lang yun. Like for example, times 90% of each efficiency. Ibig sabihin, based sa calculation natin, with that efficiency of 90% yung battery natin, so we can draw a power from that battery that having 16 pieces. Yung specification niya is maximum voltage charge niya is 3.6 volts at 15 amps. So, we have 777 watts per hour. Alright? Okay. So, i-calculate natin yung ating solar naman. Yung solar natin, so, ang kaya niya is 60 watts per hour. Okay? But, sa Pilipinas natin, we have a maximum harvesting time na 5 hour. Yun lang yun. So, we have 60, so 300. So, pwede pa tayong mag-add ng, I think, 800, ilan ba yun? So, 60 times 5 is, yeah, 300, yeah. No. 60 times 5. So, we have 300 watts sa isang araw na kayang i-collect ng solar. At i-charge na yung ating battery, but yung battery natin is nasa 846. So, kung i-divide natin yan, 846 divided by 300. So, nangangailangan tayo ng dalawang solar panel na 60 watts. O kaya, kailangan natin ng isang 200 solar panel for that battery. Pero, eto naman kasi yung sa akin, testing lang naman to. Hindi natin kailangan maging foolproof dito to design. Pero of course, pag bibilin to in market or magpapagawa kayo sa akin, of course, well calculated, balance yung solar mo at yung battery as well. So, since ito pambahay lang naman, so hindi ko naman ganun kaano. Pero but yeah, but as a designer, alam ko kung saan ako magdadagdag. It's for battery ba or sa solar. Of course, I know sa solar ako magdadagdag kung i-enhance ko pa siya para ma-maximize ko yung storage capacity ng aking battery. Okay, not storage capacity, yung i-store mo sa battery. Kasi 'di ba yung battery, almost kalahati lang yung ano natin. So ayan. So but for now, alam na natin yung mga ano na yan. So we know that na in a future kailangan natin magdagdag na isang solar na 60 watts ulit. Isa pa ulit. Alright? But yeah. So now we have a voltage divider. Kailangan 'yon. Designed for 28 volts or 30 volts. And we have buck converter. Kailangan natin ng at least isa. Okay? So now i-calculate natin ngayon ano ngayon yung configuration ng ating battery. So we have 16 battery. Okay? Para makabuo tayo ng 12 volts, ilang battery yung kailangan natin? So here, 12 volts divided by 3.6. Kailangan natin ng tatlo. No, kailangan natin ng 4 na battery. So here we have 4 times 3.6 and it's give you 14.4 volts. Okay? So ibig sabihin hindi siya saktong 12 volts. But it's fine. Pero kung gusto niyo pa rin, dagdagan natin ng buck converter sa output side para pag lumabas siya is 14 volts. 12 volts. Alright? So, pwede tayong mag-add, like for example, ilan to? So, ang isang buck converter natin, may nakikita akong buck converter na 9 amps. So, kailangan natin ng 5 buck converter para sa output side natin na gusto natin maging 12 volts. Alright? So, now we have that. Magdi-decide tayo ano yung gagamitin natin. So, alam na natin, of course, una, mas gusto ko ESP32 kasi dual core siya and meron siyang capable na i-publish sa sa internet yung nagawa natin. So, I choose ESP32. Mas faster siya compared sa Arduino una. Alright? So, I choose ESP32. I need buck converter. So, CCCB. Yan. So, alam ko na yun. Ibig sabihin yan, B sensor. Yan. Sa output side, and C sensor for current sensor and voltage divider. Okay, so yan. Okay. Now, ang configuration ko ngayon sa battery is kailangan natin 4 na battery. So, kung hindi nyo na to ganito, paint natin. Yan. Alright. So, we have 4 battery connected in series para makapagkompleto tayo ng ng 4 na yan. Para makompleto tayo ng ng 14.4 volts. Paste. So, yan. Okay? So, lagyan natin siya ng brush. So, ayan. So, ayan. So, try natin i-check. So, we have a positive, negative, positive, So, naka-series connection siya. And negative, positive, negative, yeah, and positive, and negative. So, ito yung ating positive B out. So, we have positive B out. And this one, of course, is negative. So, dito, lahat ng cell na yan is 3.6 volts maximum charge. Okay? Control Z. Volts at 15 amps. Okay? So, alam naman natin na sa series, constant yung current. Same. So, ibig sabihin, ang nagpo-flow dito is 15 amps. Kasi 15 amps yan. Same. So, 15 amps lalabas dito. So, we have 15 amps of current. 15A. At, so, apat yan, mag-a-add yung voltage natin, each cell, so apat, 4 times 6, 3.6 volts is giving you 14.4 volts. So, ibig sabihin, may output tayo na 14.4 volts. Okay? Pag ganyan. Pero kasi 16 yon. So, may apat tayo ngayon na nakaparallel dito na same configuration dito. Okay? So, ngayon, magkaiba na ngayon yon. Tama? Kasi, eto, so same, nakaparallel silang lahat. So, kung ano yung voltage dito, sa node na to, is same din sa node A, B, and C. So, same din dito sa B, C, and D. So, ibig sabihin 14 volts pa rin siya. But the current is different. So, Kirchhoff law of current, the total voltage leaving to the node must be equal to the voltage enter to the node. Ito yung node natin. Tama. So, lahat yan na current nag-enter sa node na yan. Sa node na to. Node E. Paglagay ng node E. So, ang sabi doon, so, current 1 plus current 2 plus current 3 and so on and so forth. So, we have current 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nag-i-enter siya sa node. Tapos, magli-leave siya sa node na E. So, ano ngayon yung current niya? So, 615 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 is equals to 60 amps. Okay? So, we have ngayon na total output natin na 14.4 volts at 60 amps. Bakit? May apat na 15 amps na nag-enter sa node E na to. Okay? And then from Kirchhoff law of voltage, the total or the sum of current the current leaving the node is equal to the total current enters the node. Okay? So we have 16 amps. 60 amps. So now, kung kanina based sa calculation natin, dun sa ano is 864 watts sa 16 cell ng battery with 3.6 volts at 15 amps. Kaya tignan natin dito kung pinag-series at saka pinarallel natin, nagbabago ba yung energy niya. So, let's check kung totoo. So, we have 14.4 volts times 60 amps give you 864 watts. Same. So, from the law of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, that you cannot create energy nor destroyed, it's transformed from one into another. Okay? So, wala tayong nakikreate. Kahit pagbalik-balik ta rin man natin yan, kahit i-series o parallel mo yan, the total energy must be same. You cannot create nor destroy. Na kahit magbago ka ng configuration ng connection mo, mapaseries man yan o parallel or combination of series parallel, hindi pa rin magbabago. Alrighty? So, that's how you do it. Okay? So, may time pa ba tayo? So, we have 24 minutes na. So, yun na lang muna for now. And once again, I'm Floyd from the Spec Technology. Ang kasunod dyan, gagawa natin yung circuit diagram using KiCad. And after that, gagawa tayo ng PCB board. Ilalagay na natin yung mga system na yun, ipoprogram natin, and checkin natin in action. Okay, yan muna for now. And kung gusto mo yung mga ganitong content, nagsisimula ulit ako ng personal project ko, Smart House, Energy Management System, Environmental Management System, and other types of automation, robotics, and AI is gagawin na natin ngayon. Alright? So, Yeah, yan muna for now and thank you. And once again, Employed from Spec Technology. Salamat.